and to the point where he's even hired young men or teenage boys to act as criers, to let people know just what their crime was and that this is their punishment for it. So he's really playing it up. That being said, it does gather a crowd. I mean, it's not like a public flogging or anything, but it's still humiliation. That always entertains people. They, some of the people who are gathered are actually quite impressed. They're impressed with the fact that, this group of, for lack of a better word, ne'er-do-wells, young men who were just looking to cause trouble, have been apprehended, have been suitably punished, and have been, and not in a way that is overly harsh or brutal or unpleasant. They're being made to work.
Oh, cool! There's a canoe.
No fucking way.
Oh
Where'd you find that?
I have a huge resource library. I mean, I got canoes up the ass, man.
Here, how do we turn that? Let's
He's set
flip
facing.
that. Set facing.
I like this one better. Going on the bottom, but it's smaller.
It's a rowboat. That's not a canoe. That's a rowboat, man.
There you go.
Oh, you did it. How'd you do that?
That's not a moon. That's a space station.
Oh, it's a moving it. I'm gonna arrange it.
Thank you.
Okay, let me close this one out then.
There you go.
Yeah, I might have to erase all the lines. Hang on.
That's okay. Lifeboat. That's actually very impressive.
Yeah.
It's a land boat. It's a little cost.
It sails across the grasslands. Can you skew it and stretch it if you need to?
You can't freehand stretch it, but what you can do is you can say size.
Yes.
Well, you have to make it into an object instead of a token.
Oh, okay.
That's true, yeah.
I'm assuming that we're just really using it for prop purposes at this point.
Pretty much. It's not really going to be that relevant. I mean, if something happens where the size of the boat becomes important, we'll take it into effect.
You can actually change it if you right-click it. But...
So we have Fatty Larkins.
Yeah.
Yes, Fatty Larkins, apparently. I don't know who that is, but hey.
Who the hell is
art.
Fatty Larkins?
It's art.
Sorry.
So we board our grassland boat and we sail across the plains.
Sail across the plains. Well, here's the thing. The following day, if you don't make any effort to interfere with the punishment here, you over here. Actually, can I get a listening check from everybody?
Sure thing. I don't have listening, so...
D100?
Yeah.
Plus the relevant modifier, right?
Yeah, it failed.
Do I have a mod on listening?
No.
What's the relevant mod for listening again?
Listening is just you're just rolling just to see if you can overhear the crowd.
The Matrix.
What? Ooh.
Ah.
What did you do to that thing?
We're on the tiniest of all oceans.
So a few of you do manage to overhear the crowd. They're actually the general consensus of the crowd is that this is the kind of thing that makes honest men out of them, and that they are, by proving themselves, by working off their debts like this, they've proven that they do have honor, and that there's actually a few people in the crowd who sound like they're willing to give these guys a chance at being, gainfully employed.
The boat's just vanished. We're drowning.
Quick, doggy paddle.
Right on my biceps are big enough.
Out of the pool.
Huh.
Everybody out. Everybody out.
In a case of emergency, my pectorals can be used as a flotation device.
That's a thing.
So, So we're missing from this menagerie. We're missing Sincarl, the Elven Ranger.
Oh yeah, I
And-
should
I
probably
thought we
drop
didn't
in
have a
one, too.
ranger.
We don't, because the guy who plays him isn't here right now.
Oh, okay.
And I know he would like to be here. He'd like to be able to continue playing. It's just that he's buggered off to a concert tonight. And, he usually has better opportunities to go see things like that than I do.
Okay, because I usually don't like to double up on a class. Kind of cramps the other guy's style.
Well, this guy's like, frankly, as a ranger, you're far more effective. As an archer, that's pretty much what he built this guy to be.
Mm-hmm.
Is like, and he couldn't even. Thing is, he can't use a longbow because his strength is too low.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, so he's like, I'm a ranger, but I have to use a short bow because I'm weak. Did you just sink the boat? There it is. Okay.
Okay, I should tell you guys that we are now live for the first time.
Live. Who's watching us? Did you post this on Twitter to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
All
sure
right.
how many people are in here, but at least 78.
Holy shit.
My God.
Well, yeah, it's a Spoony stream. I mean, come on.
All right.
Oh,
Are they
God,
could
they'll
be-
know my icon now.
So here's my thing. If what the hell, cleric skill monkey, shrink that thing down, will you?
Wait, shrink it.
Yeah. It's huge.
Seriously?
Oh wait, no, sorry. It's because I'm highlighting it. Never mind.
Hey, good grief,
Okay.
it's already tiny.
Okay. We just need one more for the other ranger, the elven ranger. If anybody wants to drop that on,
I'll find one.
Right there.
thanks.
Okay.
Cool, that works.
And by
How's
the
the
way,
supplies fitting here?
Here's the thing. This is a commercial canoe, I guess you'd say. Sad as I put research into this, and truly Canadian fashion, there are boats that can hold, the big boats that you'd probably be taking this if you have 8 guys paddling it. You can fit, the canoe itself is about 35 feet long. You can fit something like 60 packs in there that are about 90 pounds each.
That makes sense.
Let that
That's a
sink
lot of
in.
weight.
It's a lot of weight, but that's how stable these things are. Paddled by 8 healthy individuals, you can make speeds of about 3 knots on calm water. That's about 3.5 miles an hour.
It's not too shabby.
Yeah.
No. So basically, 8 guys can haul about 4 tons of goods at 3.5 miles an hour, which is what an unencumbered human being could walk.
Okay.
So it's a pretty decent way to travel. Just
Well, yeah. These boats were definitely built to do their function. I mean, you really don't want to skimp on your trade vehicle, especially when over water.
Who the hell keeps dropping this? Okay, more tokens getting added in. All
I want
right.
to mention to the chat room, ordinarily I would never get on a goddamn boat.
I saw that video and
I don't like being on the boat.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
what's the worst that could
Get used
happen?
to it.
At no point are you guys out of view of land.
I don't like being on a boat.
Hey, you know what? You're lightweight enough. You could go on the shore and walk along and be an advanced
It
scout.
doesn't matter. I'm near the boat. I don't want to be near a boat.
I tend to
come on.
avoid gazebos myself.
It won't bite. The boat won't bite.
It's not the
Presumably,
boat
I don't
I'm
know the
worried
system.
about.
Here's the other thing. The river is this close to Arnor anyway. Is fairly well traveled. You're not going to find.
There's gonna be a dire fucking alligator somewhere.
I almost kind of want to have one pop up now just because. To validate his fears.
Just to make sure he has sufficient nightmares. The hell am I hearing in the background?
I was just adjusting my headphones real quick.
Okay.
They have a tendency to hurt my ears. Or get uncomfortable, as it were.
There we go. Size colossal. Okay. Here we are. Anyway, just moving over the icons, checking out what we got there.
Like
All right.
Fucking mud crabs. I don't know what.
Don't worry, man. I'm not going to hurt you guys badly this time around. Not the first day out.
I noticed that caveat for the record.
So anyway, does anybody want to keep a list of what you've got on you?
Well, I've already got a list. So.
But I meant for what Isman is fronting you.
Oh no, I was like, yeah, I've got a list for what happens when we get attacked.
I love the when part of that.
We're on a boat. It's gonna happen.
Well, we should
Here's the thing.
elect.
If
So
you're
go on.
traveling through the woods, it doesn't matter if you're in a boat. It doesn't matter if you're on land. Shit's gonna happen. You know?
I
Somebody
think we're
sees you.
safer on a boat at this point.
Well, let's be honest here. I've yet to meet anyone who's drowned on land. Actually, that's not true.
And to be fair, you are an experienced enough DM to know better than to just flip through the monster manual and say, "Hey, this water monster looks cool."
No, there's a method to it. There's a method to the madness here. The rivers and the woods in this area, this close to a fairly big city like Ardarnor, is not rife with monsters. It's not like you're going to be, things coming up out of the shallows to eat you. Maybe if you were in the Big Bay.
Whatever.
So,
I
no
want to get the boat
Cthulhu.
right over as quickly as possible.
So, row, man. Row like you've never
I'm
rowed
rolling
before.
quickly.
So, you've got the canoe. There's enough trail rations for everybody for 4 weeks. That'll get you there. He's expecting you to provide your own to get back because he doesn't want to take up too much room on the trip up there. There's fishing gear, so there's including nets. There's also fishing lines.
Mm-hmm.
There are also where is it here? Yeah, there is rope, plenty of rope. Probably a good 150, 200 feet of rope. The expectation being that if there's places where the water gets a little too shallow, you might have to get out and pull from along the shoreline.
Arnold will take care of that, I assume, when it comes to that.
Well, what's the Silkarg's strength?
13.
13? Okay. So the barbarians got you beat there. That's not surprising.
No shit.
By only 2 points, though. I only have 15 strength.
All right. Now, moving across, the main thing is, like, you're actually traveling fairly light up there. You don't have a lot of cargo. There's probably, I'd hazard a guess, about maybe 500 pounds worth of trade goods. Almost all of them are metal tools. Based on his beliefs and his personal experiences. Again, not saying it's 100% accurate, but most places that far removed from the more industrialized South would be hurting for manufactured goods.
Exactly what are we talking about? Like
Tools, construction
thieves'
tools. Not thieves' tools, no. But we're talking more about construction equipment. We're talking about hammers, nails, tongs, things like that, pots and pans. The kind of stuff that they might have access to there, but it would probably be lower quality or lower grade iron, whereas the stuff he's shipping up there is better quality steel.
Okay.
Are you giving me feedback when I put my headphones around my neck like this?
No.
I couldn't tell you.
I'm gonna
Alright,
take
I'm just
some.
kind of resting my ears real quick.
I'm gonna take some leather tools for myself.
You want leather working tools?
Yeah.
Well, let's see what we got here. Considering you're going up to a place where you're looking for hide and furs and whatnot, that would be appropriate. What do we got here? Let me find my gear book, my gear section, tools, services, containers, daily food, lodging, prepare expedition gear, tools. They don't have a set for specifically for leatherworking tools,
Okay.
but I would probably, yeah. Temperature tools, block and tackle, on par with.
Well, we can sort it out later.
Yeah, I mean, if you really like most, have you ever worked with leatherworking tools? We're talking about awls and like the heavy grade. Fixed trading value, smart ass.
I do what I can.
Imagine it's like thimples and really thick needles. And
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
metal trading goods that are he's hoping will be in high demand, and that you guys can trade for more of the wilderness type items that are in higher demand in the south.
Yeah.
And Ethan, yeah, you can get white cloth for your ore handle. Your superstitions are safe.
I'm just going to keep that cloth right around my waist, and whenever I need to do something, I tie it around it, and then when I'm done, I take it off.
Physically can't help it.
What's the deal with his white cloth exactly?
It's just-
Superstition.
Superstition.
I rolled it so that anything the color white is lucky to me, which is why you're always going to find him drinking milk. Nothing but.
Also, he's which just sucks because he's lactose intolerant. He just craps all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Joke too easy.
So,
You know
I
it.
got half a cheek over the edge of the boat and just kind of,
Propel it along. The term is flying koala bear. Yeah, no, you want to say it, Noah. Come on.
Can't. You made a joke.
So you head out into the river with this rather. It's a light canoe. Like honestly, the beam on it, like that's the width of it. At the middle is like 6, maybe 8 feet across. Like it's sizable, and you can sit 2 abreast on it and paddle. As you head down, so you bid this man goodbye, and he's very optimistic. That he'll see you again.
Should be fine.
Yeah, sure. Oops. Shit. Out of curiosity, the boat, when it moves, okay, no, the people don't move with it. Never mind. I'll just put it back.
You can highlight it.
Oh, that's what I did. I highlighted it, but it can't. When it moves, the people stay behind. Oh, how the hell did you do that?
Magic.
Now, here's the thing. How do I... This is going to sound stupid. How do I move the view of this thing up?
Right click and drag the map.
Right click. Okay.
Also, I think we may be locked onto Spoony's view or somebody's view.
You think
I
so?
think I had clicked it to lock
Yeah,
you guys in.
Yeah, he can lock our viewpoint.
All right, just making sure he knew we were actually locked into it.
Tool. I can take that off there. Yeah, I took it off. Okay, we're good. Chat. Run macro. Okay. Sorry, still getting my feet wet with this. Bad choice of words in the boat, but okay. So yeah, you set out from Ardornor early in the morning and start paddling north. The river that you're on, this close to the city, is very wide, very placid, very smooth and calm. It really seems to widen out and slow down as you get closer to the bay. So paddling north is really not a problem. You're making really good time because it's effectively calm. You're not really fighting a current with it. So as you move, you're moving through the city. The river runs right through the city, and you do find other bits of traffic moving through the area, other boats using the river to get down. Most of them are the flat-bottom skiffs, river boats, barges, things like that, designed to just carry goods from upriver. Gives you the idea that if you've got farmers moving goods and merchants moving goods or loggers, whatever, from upstream, it's probably relatively safe at this point. Moving along, you make good time, and I'll be completely honest with you here. The day, the hours start whipping by. You kind of fall into this easy rhythm of rowing or paddling in this case. Find that. Here we go. For the most part, the humans carry the bulk of the work in the Silkarg. That's the four of you. You represent the muscle of the group. There we go.
Would you all
So
face
moving along.
forward, please?
For me? What happens?
Two of you were facing backward. You're rowing the wrong way.
Jeez.
I was actually
I'm
about to
helping.
fix that myself.
Frankly, I can't even see that. Let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, now I see it. So we've got, yeah.
I'm helping.
You're helping, yes. Let's see. An Aris at the back, the elf. So we have the two elves at the back. How appropriate. Yes, we're here to encourage. You're not going to be doing much with our, exceptionally strong arms, but
Well, at least we have a good balance of muscle on either side. Otherwise, we'd be just rowing in circles all day, and that wouldn't get us anywhere.
well,
Steering from the back.
you steer from the back. That's right. Yes, I'm gonna be the navigator. Now, what I'm gonna get is anybody who here has boating as a skill.
Yo.
Well, we all do technically, but
Yep.
I have
It is a universal skill, I know. So,
I have trained though, so
I have it trained as well. Apparently, the hell.
well, you're a cleric, aren't you, of the traveler?
I have so many skills. I forgot most of what they are.
That's the other thing about the character, the clerics of the traveler, is you have just. I mean, I watched a friend of mine roll up a character for the traveler, and it's insane. He ran out of room on the character sheet because of all the skills he had.
So do you want a boating skill?
Yeah, give me a boating skill percentile.
All right.
Anybody who doesn't have it trained, let me know what you get. 2. All right.
That's either really terrible or,
I don't have it trained. Do you still want me to roll?
Yes, please. Okay. Yeah.
Base
yes, yes, yes.
Good job there.
All right. And for them, okay. Yeah, so you do make good time. There are those of you who don't contribute as much as others, admittedly. Looking at the Elven Ranger and the Elven Mage as well. And actually even the Thief, for that matter. Not that good. Let me find out here.
I don't know shit
leave
about
me
boating,
alone.
and I made y'all look like fools.
Hey, I am busy cartographing. That's a thing.
That's the other thing, is he does include a list with you of a few requests that he would like to see happen. First of all, he wants a detailed map when he gets back of the river route that you take, making splashing the night battle.
Hey, leave me alone.
So he wants a detailed map of the route you take, any portages you make, the length, And if you can indicate on there what kind of risks you run into or dangers or obstacles that you should avoid, including natural things like rapids and whatnot. He wants that indicated as well. So going from there, he also has a list for you of items in particular that he's looking for. Any furs that are white. This has nothing to do with the barbarian's superstition either. It's just that they're very rare in his part of the world. And his prize that he, if you can get this, you are going to be, you make him happier than a pig in shit, is polar bear.
Polar bear.
He's not saying hunt it yourself. He's saying if you can buy a pelt or full-sized fur from a trapper or a ranger or a hunter or somebody like that, get it. And because if you can trade for it, great. If you have to, whatever you have to do, get it, bring it back, because he can sell it at such an insane profit.
Makes sense.
So, because white fur comes from northern animals that dealing with the snow. Where he comes from, the people that he deals with the most don't have snow. There are no white animals. You don't get white fur. So he's looking for that. And again, he's also looking for ice. He's looking for specific, like if you can find herbs and spices that are unique to the area. Things that are lightweight but very valuable.
Hey, where did you guys find your character models?
I found mine on Google. I just made it using the token tool.
Oh, okay.
How would we take ice to him?
There are included with his as part of the trading goods. There are a series of leather sacks. The leather sacks are almost like multi-layered. There's a leather bag. Around that leather bag is like a thick layer of cotton, and then another layer of leather around that. It wouldn't stop it from melting, but it would give you a chance to carry back. Like if you had a bunch of ice, you'd be able to bring some of it back there, and then he could get it in the hold of a ship and transport it.
Right. We need to grab a piece of ice that's suitably large so that by the time it gets to its final destination, it hasn't shrunk to the size of basically a cube.
Yeah. Although you could always float it by the boat. Yeah.
Does anybody have a high enough intelligence to maybe know that to utilize salt in the or no?
Probably not. Salt's not going to save you with ice. It'll melt it faster.
I was going to say, that's the opposite of...
I thought that it lowered the
No, you salt your
lowers the
salt
melting
roads.
point.
Oh,
It lowers the
that's
melting
right.
point.
Yeah. I just finished lecturing on that 2 nights ago. Oh man.
You don't salt your roads to keep them icy.
No, what you do is you want to insulate them a bit.
Mhm.
If you have blocks of ice, you want to insulate them as much as you can. Typically, I'll tell you right now, around Lake Jorak, which is where your ultimate destination is, they bring ice floes in from the far north, and they carve them up, and they'll ship them down the river, and they'll float them down the river and just tow them behind the boats. It's just that you guys aren't using the river entirely for it, because usually they'll wind up more in the central part of the continent, because the one river that leads there, its headwaters are further west, and more in the heart of the continent. So your goal, you got to try to get it overland. And he doesn't, you don't know honestly how successful he'll be, because you've got to travel from, a lot further than most people would shipping ice.
Right. Incidentally, with the canoe, I assume we're just going to, Portage?
Portage.
Portage?
Portage.
There's a few words I always mispronounce that I can never figure out the pronunciation of. Portage is one of them.
Yeah.
Now this is
But I
just
assume-
racist. Whenever I look for a picture of a ranger, it's always a fucking elf.
Well, of course.
Because,
I mean,
no, a half-orc can't be a ranger.
You're not a half-orc, you're half hobgoblin. Come on.
I know, but...
Totally different.
Duh, me not done. Mine not smart enough to be ranger. How does spoon work?
that might not actually be a compliment to the elves. They're like, Everyone else can do important jobs. You go fuck off with your trees.
Pretty much. So, I'm just going to run and grab a drink here. Hold on, folks.